Now, I wasn't going to make a video. I was going to sit down and go into nappy time, but that's when I heard some news, and you might have already figured out what the news is based on, considering I am here in Fredbear's, I should say. We've gotten some major FNAF news and leaks, and while I was gonna go to bed, I decided I had to make a video commenting and making notes on, of course, all of the different announcements and leaks that have been made. So without further getting much into it, let's talk about the news. First and foremost, I'm sure many of you have seen this circulating online. I'm a bit late to the party when it comes to this, but if you don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is, what have you lived under a rock? But anyways, talking about the actual announcement here, a while ago, Scott Cawthon on his Twitter account released an image of a glitching pizza, half pepperoni, half cheese, which I should be showing on the screen sometime around now. There it is, if you haven't seen it. So what this essentially is a teaser for the upcoming collab with the American Dream Mall in New Jersey. Now, many of you may know this mall because this mall is quite famous for having very large attractions and just a lot of different things. So basically, what a lot of people are assuming this is going to be is it's going to be some kind of physical location where you're actually going to get to see the animatronics, you're going to get to eat pizza, play games. I can see that happening, but it could also just be like a maze or something, I'm not sure. But all we know for a fact is that American Dream Mall has been following the official Twitter and Instagram account of Scott Cawthon and has unfollowed them because it's become blatantly obvious that they are collabing and that we are getting a physical pizzeria and a physical location. And that gets the first little thing out the way. I know I'm a little bit late to that, I apologize. But that isn't the only piece of good news. As you can see, these two are very excited. We might get things like them, and it would be interesting to see animatronics perform like they do in the games. I'm personally excited to see if it will have any of this, if it will live up to the hype. I think it most definitely will, and will hold up to its truth and its people. Now, the next thing I must discuss is the second, more recent teaser that I think not a lot of you have seen, but if you watch this video, maybe you have seen, and that is just the most shocking news in this video. Well, not that shocking, we'll leave the best for last, but basically, as I did previously, there will be a photo popping up on screen in about now, so here you go. Now, some of you may know what this is, and for those who don't, this is a character from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, known as Vanny. And Vanny's the antagonist and whatnot, blah blah blah, she tries to kill Gregory, but this is different from the normal one. This is a new mask. And so this has got a lot of people speculating this is going to be the sequel. And from what I found online, that seems to be accurate. This is the sequel to Security Breach, the obviously next main game. However, people don't know if this is like a prequel, or if it's going to be like a sequel prequel, or if this is going to be like a standalone thing, or like in the future, so not really sure on that, not really sure what this is supposed to be, but this is basically the teaser for the next Security Breach game, so we're going to have plenty of fun with that. And now, to my favorite, I like equip doors, that doesn't matter. To my favorite and arguably my last piece of news for this pretty short video, just going over the general news to share with you guys, and that is the coup de grace, the grand finale of these announcements. This one was so shocking, I genuinely pooped myself. I mean, straight, you could tell me the heavens are falling down upon us, and I would be less shocked than this. Scott Cawthon has previously stated that he hated and disowned this game, but now it seems like we have finally gotten it back. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you right now to FNAF World 2. That's right, 2. As I said, Scott previously abandoned and disowned the game after its second update, which was the Halloween update. And essentially, he disowned the game. He stated that he hated it and that he just didn't feel the passion is kind of the best way to sum it up. And it just never really received any love. And of course, a lot of people ended up falling in love with FNAF World, even though it's his own spin-off and kind of its own standalone game. It carries a lot of weight to it. You've seen me play it before on the channel. I know a lot of you like watching me do FNAF World, and I love it too. But they finally have decided it's time to unretire it. It's time to bring FNAF World out of its shell, and so they, of course, have brought back the legend itself with FNAF World 2, and it looks good in the trailers, and it's made by the same studio that made the Into the Pit game, which in itself is kind of a spin-off. It's weird, but I think it's going to be peak, because you've seen how well they did with Into the Pit and other upcoming projects that they may have. But yeah, that's basically the sum of it. And based on this teaser, we can already see the gang, you know, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, a couple other characters like Mangle and Puppet. They all have new, slightly more fresh designs for FNAF World, and I think this is going to be quite the game changer. But yes, as I said, that's pretty much the entire video, is going over this exciting news, just quick and kind of brief to catch you guys up to speed on the news. If I learn anything else, I will probably update this video or release a separate video talking about it. So remember to like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to never miss a new video. And I will be dropping a video hopefully sometime Wednesday about the cell phone ban from a student's perspective. I've been doing some stuff. I've been taking school, if that's what you're wondering, so I will be speaking on that and speaking on my personal experiences. But this is just it for now. Good night or good morning or whatever time you guys are. Have a good rest of your day.